So the next concept we are going to talk about here is called executing a code quality scan on a application using sonarqube. Okay, so for this, let us bring up the sonar first. Okay, and then we will proceed further. So I'm going to run the sonar as a Docker container inside my node machine. Okay, so let's run the command sudo yum install docker-y sudo yum install docker-y. So let's install the Docker, and for the Docker, this is the sonarqube image. So I'm just going to bring up the sonarqube application. There is a community version. Okay, and in that I'm going to perform the source code analysis. So let's see, how do I do that? So I'm installing my Docker, then sudo systemctl start docker. Systemctl start docker, and sudo systemctl enable docker. So you run this. If you run the sudo docker ps, you should get the output. Docker ps, you should get the output. Now let us run the Docker. Yes. Okay. And p 9000:9000, because the default port number for sonarqube is 9000. Let me run the sonarqube. So this will download the sonarqube image, and it will bring up the sonarqube for you. So once it is done, if you see the sonarqube, Docker PS, you can see the sonarqube is up and running. And go to your browser and get the public IP of the Linux node. This is my public IP of my Linux node. So then if I browse it on port number 9000, you should be able to see the sonar pages loading. You should get a login page like this. So the default username and password for sonar is admin. So the default username is admin and the password is admin. Let me set up a own password. So you need to give the admin as the old password, and the new password, giving training as the new password. You should get a screen like this. So let me give a brief about Sonar. sonarqube is a code quality scanner tool. Okay, it supports multiple languages, and this is available in both like enterprise edition and also in the community edition. Okay, and if you want enterprise edition, you want to buy it and then you can use it. In the open source, they have limited access. Okay, some of the languages they don't support in the open source and all those things are there. Okay, and support you don't get for it. Okay, so when I talk about sonar, okay, so there is a scanner available for sonar. Okay, so I need to execute the sonar scanner, and this will generate a file like called kind of a XML file, and that will be displayed in this UI. Okay, here you can define code quality rules. Okay, and also and sonar scans your projects on multiple scenarios. I'll just walk you through one by one. But by default, for every programming language, they have a default set of rules which are predefined. Okay, so first let me see that. So for example, if you go to the rules, these are all the list of rules available there. If you see in the JavaScript, these are all the rules available. Okay, so we should not use triple equal to or not double equal to. It should be double equal to or not equal to. So this is how. So like this, they have written n number of rules. Okay, this is given by the community. Okay, and based on the languages also, they have multiple options. For example, in HTML, you should doc type declarative should appear before the HTML tag. You should not give the doc type declarative after the HTML tag. So those kind of set of rules they provide by default for every language, and your code will be scanned against this set of rules. Okay, here when the project is scanned, it is going to display the ratings in these areas. Like the first thing is called your reliability rating. So this is going to talk about, is there any known bugs in this particular source code? Okay, based on the rule, is because when I talk about a rule, the rule will define whether it is a bug or it is a vulnerability or it can be something like that. So for example, if you see the Java, okay, so this is a bug, okay, and this is kind of a code smell. Okay, we'll talk about the code smell. So every rule, it will define whether the issue is a bug or a code smell. So the first thing is, it is going to rate your application based on the bug. Okay, it is going to give you the rating like A, B, C, D, E. Okay, and based on that, you can define your quality gate. We'll come back to the quality gate. And next is your security. Okay, so it is going to scan the code for any security issues. Like for example, you are hard coding your password inside the code. It will identify that and say that it's a vulnerability or something like that. And that is also, it is going to give you a rating A, B, C, D. Okay, and then next thing is called your maintainability. So when you call a code as a maintainable code, it should have a proper comments for each and every line. And also there should not be any huge sets. You will be defining them into small functions, and you will be using them inside that. That is what this maintainability rating is all about. Okay. And next is your code coverage report. So how for every block of the code, you need to have a unit test defined. So it is going to check against whether the code is covered properly with the unit case. It is going to give a report. And then a code should not have duplicate lines. For example, if you are having multiple duplicates, you should be defining them as a function, and you should call that function within your code. So these are all the options in which your application will be rated. And based on the rating, it is going to say whether it is passed or failed. Okay, that we can control. So that is what the sonarqube is all about. So the rules is the area where you are going to define for this language. These are all the default rules. Okay, you can also define your own set of rules by creating your own quality profile. This comes into advanced sonarqube administration, where as architect you can write your own set of rules. Okay, in this Java, this is how this to be done. So if you see that by default they provide, these are all the list of languages they are supporting it. Okay, and based on the file extension, it automatically detects the language and it is going to generate that. And if you want your own quality profile to be created, this page you can define the quality profile for the language. Okay, and next is called the quality gate. So this is where you are going to say when I can consider the sonar as a success or a failure, right? So this is the default rule which is available. Okay, when the code coverage is less than 80%, Okay, so when you write a quality gate, you write it on two things. One, the new code, because when you run a sonar scan, the sonar will baseline based on the first run. Okay, and after that, when you are running it, okay, whether in the new code the code coverage is properly done. Okay, so that is what it is saying. You can also write the conditions like for every code I'm expecting this. Like for example, I can create a new quality gate called test. So in that, I can say that add a condition like on the overall code, the security. So if you see that there will be lots of options available. So my concern is on the security. Yeah, the security rating should be A. Okay, I don't want to see any bugs inside that. And there is a write-up available when you will get a A rating, when you will get a B rating, all those things you can see it in the okay. So when the security rating should not be less than A, then I can use this and I can create my own quality gate and that can be allocated to a project. We'll come back and see this later. So like this, I can write my sonar quality gate and this is up to you. So based on this quality gate result, it is going to tell me whether this particular scan is succeeded or failed. Okay, so this is where you are going to talk about the quality gate. So next is the project screen. Any project scan, you will be able to see them here, and all the issues within this sonarqube you will be able to see that. Okay, let's say you have some 20 applications which are scanned. You can see all the issues here. Okay, and next is the administration. This is where you administrate all the sonar related settings and all those stuff. We don't want to go into this area. Okay, but we will be talking about some of the token generation and stuffs. Okay, there you can see the sonar configurations here. Okay, and if you want to see the system level or if you want to install any plugins, because sonar also works in the plugin based. Okay, so if you want to install any plugin, so like if you see that crowd dependency checker, okay, find bugs, so those kind of things you can just do it. Right? So there are plugins available, you can install them. Okay, so this is on the sonar, okay, marketplace. So here our concern is we need to create a token so that my Jenkins will come and connect to this sonar, right? Because whenever a user wants to, my Jenkins has to come and communicate and push the repo the sonar scanner file and all those things, right? So for that we will create a token. Okay, we'll come back here. This is a very good open source come enterprise solution. So let's do one thing. So my sonar is now ready. Okay, this is the URL on which sonar will be running. So now I need to configure my Jenkins to communicate, right? So for that, I need to install a plugin. Okay, so let's do that. Go to your Jenkins and click on Manage Jenkins. And there, go to Manage Plugin. And in the available, search for sonar. There, you will see two options. So first one is the sonarqube scanner, which will be installing the sonarqube scanner plugin on your thing. And next is the quality gate. So we told that we will be creating a quality gate. Based on that, I should consider whether based on the quality gate result, I should take a decision whether I should proceed further with the pipeline or I need to abort the pipeline. Okay, for that we will use the quality gate plugin. So let us install two plugins. One is sonarqube scanner and next one is sonar quality gate. Okay, so let us install both sonarqube scanner and sonar quality gate. So let's install without restart and then restart the Jenkins. So sonarqube scanner and then sonar quality gates. Okay. Now, to make this work, first I need to install a sonar scanner. Okay, let us install it from the global tools. Okay, so the option is, let me go to manage Jenkins, global tools configuration. There you will see option called sonarqube scan, and click on that and name it as sonar. Okay, and select the latest version in the list and click on save. The first thing I'm doing is I am installing the sonarqube scanner and I'm going to name it as sonar. Click save. So next, in the configure system, you need to define the sonar. Okay, so the option is, you can see option called sonarqube server. Click on add a sonarqube. If I do it today, I don't think I'll be able to complete. Okay, let's see. Let's quickly see that. Okay, let me call it as sonar, and in the server URL, let me give the public IP of my sonar. Okay, so let me provide in the sonarqube installation, let me provide the name is sonar and the server URL is this, the public IP with the port number. And I may need to add a token for this. Okay, we will see that currently I don't have any options here. So let's save this and let's quickly create a credential. So manage Jenkins, manage credentials and global credentials. Let me add a credential called secret text. So I'm going to use a type called secret text. There, first let me create a token for the user. So the option is go to sonar, click on administration, and you will see an option called security. Inside that, select user. Let me repeat, administration, security, users, and let me generate a token. So in the security, this is where your page, users page will look like. There will be one user called administrator, and in the tokens, you see there will be 0 token. Click on that and name it as Jenkins and click on generate. It is going to generate a token. Just copy that and come back to your Jenkins. In the secret, put that value and call it as sonar and save this. So let me repeat, in the credentials, I'm going to generate a credential, type is secret text. There I'm going to put the token which I generated for the admin user of the sonar. Now let me go back to manage Jenkins and then configure system. There let me choose the credential which I have created. So in the sonarqube server, the drop down, let me select sonar and click save. Let me quickly create project. So we'll redo this tomorrow also, but let me quickly create it. So in the meantime, you can just fork this repo. This is the repo, we'll use it for a Docker based thing. So use this Java app cube. So just fork this repo. I'll quickly show you how to run this and publish, and the result is getting published. So fork this repo. Let me call it as sonar We'll do this tomorrow. Oh shit, not a freestyle project. Project is new item. So let me just walk you through this quickly. So basically, it is going to use the, so it is going to pull the repo. So this is my repository. This is going to pull it. I think credential ID I have given it as Git, not GitHub. It is going to pull that, and it is going to so first it is going to do the pull, and after that it is going to do the build, and after that it is going to perform a sonar scan, right? There it is going to use the tool called sonar, and we have tool called sonar scanner called sonar, and it is going to push the details to the sonar. Okay, and there it is going to say that from where it should run and what should be the project key. Project key is Java, and what should be the project name? Project name is training, and what is the project version, and what should be the location? It should be scanning the code. Okay, and what is the base directory of it? So these are all the information I'm providing. So let me save this and let me build now. Yeah, tomorrow we have to redo because the sonar, when I restart the machine, as I haven't attached anything, what is the issue? What is the code we have used in the past? Is it Git or something? What it is? GitHub credentials ID is GitHub only. Okay. So it is GitHub only. GitHub. Let me say it is build. So even if I run it today, as I'm going to restart the machine, this is going to, as I have not attached any volume to the sonar, whatever data inside that will be lost. So tomorrow we have to redo it, but quickly we'll see that how the project is analyzed and getting pushed. It is downloading the sonarqube scanner, and this is the step where the sonar scanner is executing. It is generating that, and it is uploading this to the sonar. There, if you click on the projects now, you can see there is a project is uploaded. In that, the results are given in various options: bugs, vulnerabilities, security hotspots, and the depth. And you see the duplicate blocks, code smells, and all those things. This is how it can be checked. And next step we are going to write is, like, by reading this status, whether it is passed or failed, it is going to decide whether to proceed further on the pipeline or not. Okay, this is the high level. So let me just share this. You just try to quickly run this. Maybe tomorrow we have to reconfigure it. We'll see that at that time.